Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called IAmFuture. Cozy Apocalypse Survival. But I think the game's actual name is just IAmFuture, since on the Steam page it has a different name than what it has in the game. So in any way, the game costs $15 and it is like a seemingly open world survival crafting game, and it's isometric, so it's almost like Dismantle. If you've played Dismantle before, I have featured Dismantle on my channel before. So it's almost like that, where you run around and collect stuff. There's farming, crafting, and all of that kind of stuff, resource collecting and all of that. So today I am going to be playing the game for an hour or so, until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion on the game and tell you whether or not the game is worth $15. The game is still in early access also, by the way. So I'm gonna be playing the game. If you are in a hurry, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video, where I will give you my quick, concise, final opinion on the game and whether or not I can recommend the game. But otherwise, you can just stay tuned, and I will be playing the game and giving you my running commentary as I play through the game. So first things first, small little issue. I always mention this if it is an issue. The regional pricing for the game is quite bad. It's not massively bad, but it is quite bad. So the regional pricing on Steam is quite bad. Unfortunately, Tiny Build, who are the publishers of the game, have chosen to make the regional pricing quite bad. That is obviously their choice. It's not something that Steam imposes. It is literally the publisher of the game that chooses the price. So unfortunately, regional pricing quite bad, and then on top of that, the game is also for sale in Russia, which obviously is also bad. So those are just two things that you will have to consider when considering whether or not to buy the game or just pirate the game. Those are some of the things you have to consider. So anyway, with that being said, let's check out the settings. So there are changeable survival settings. So on this setting, all of the survival mechanics are in effect, and then on this one a little bit less, and on this one a lot less. So I'm actually not a fan of survival mechanics, I have to be honest, but we're gonna play the game as it is intended, and then if I am not having fun with the survival mechanics, then I will change the cozy setting, as they call it. So another issue with the game is the fact that you really can't set the graphical quality that well. You can't change shadows, you can't change anisotropic filtering, you can't change blur, like motion blur, depth of field. You can see the entire bloody background is very blurry. So you can't change any of that, not shadow quality, ambient or occlusion, and nothing. So the graphical quality settings are very lacking. And then on top of that, there is no exclusive full screen mode, and there's also no borderless windowed mode. So those are two screen display settings that are missing. you only have borderless full screen mode, which is full screen mode. It says full screen mode, but it's not full screen. It is borderless full screen. And then you have windowed mode. So borderless windowed and full screen mode are completely missing from the game, which obviously is also an issue. You can change some of the controls. I don't see how this how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't see how 8 different controls are the only controls that you will find in the game. So I have a sneaking suspicion that they are limiting the amount of control keys that you can change, and obviously that would be really stupid, because why would you why would you allow the player to change some of the controls but not all of the controls? But we will see when we get into the game. But right now this seems like they are going to limit a lot of the different controls. I can't imagine that the game only has 8 different controls to play the entire game with. So anyway, with that being said, let us jump into the game. You can also change profile, but I don't see why that would be necessary. Perhaps it would be so that you can play it on different profiles, you know, like if you and your brother and your sister and your auntie wants to play the game, then you can each play on a different profile. I don't know how the save system works. Also, smooth camera. I didn't even see smooth camera in the settings. I will check just now to see if there is a smooth camera setting at all, because I did not see it. Why the hell is this press any key to skip constantly over here? Like, that really detracts from the immersion of the cinematic. Like, why would you spoil a good cinematic with that?
Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
Okay, no voice sync in the cinematic either. No lip sync. But that text at the bottom right really spoils it. Like, honestly, why would you spoil a cinematic like that with fucking a thing constantly on the screen? Okay, the game also doesn't have any voice acting apparently, so I guess I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading, and my voice is not very good today. I have a little bit of a stuffy nose, but what can you do? I finally got some decent sleep. Now this is what I call a good morning. The guy was asleep for 6 years apparently. Where am I? What the heck happened here? I don't remember ever being here, although when I think about it, I don't remember much at all. Gaps in my memory are common after hypersleep, but forgetting your own name, I really stewed in that pod for a long time. Oh my head, we were partying last night. Where did all the guests go? Should I go look for them? Hey, anyone alive? Okay, so you can zoom out until that much, and you can zoom in until that much. And you can't move with left click or right click, you have to move with WAS and D. Also, I'm pressing Shift Alt Control. Okay, so Shift Alt Control does absolutely nothing. so you can't highlight any of the interactable objects. I would really like it if you could highlight with interactable objects, but I guess they don't give you that option. I'm not gonna read all of this shit. I'm not in the mood to read. If the developers don't want to make their story engaging by adding voice acting, then I'm not gonna be bothered. You have to make the story engaging to the player, and if they don't even want to do that effort, go through all of that effort, then I'm not gonna be bothered, to be honest. Sleep to heal yourself. If your bar reaches 0, your character will fall unconscious. Eat to feel fuller. If your satiety meter reaches 0, your character will start taking damage. Okay, so you have to click and hold in on some of the items, and then on other items you simply click once. That's really irritating, because you are absolutely going to sometimes click and then see, oh no, wait, this is one of those where I have to click and hold, and then you have to click and hold. So you're gonna waste a stupid amount of time, like this one. There, I did it. Literally what I said I was gonna do, I did. Because it's so obvious that that is going to happen very often. Where you're just clicking, and then, oh shit, this one I have to click and hold. So, that's gonna be a massive time waster. I don't know why they wouldn't just make everything clicking, you know? Even if you make it have different stages, you know, like you have to click 4 times, click, you know, that's also fine, you know. Make it have different stages instead of having it be like that, you know, where you have to click and hold. It's just really weird making some of the stuff, okay, that's apparently not good. Having some of the stuff in the game be click and hold, and then some of the stuff in the game be simply click. You know, it's, you need to have I almost want to say equality. I'm not sure what the correct word is, but you need to make everything the same in the game. You can't have this mechanic for one part of the game, and then another mechanic for another part of the game, and another mechanic for another part of the game. It just confuses the player, and it wastes the player's time. There, I did it again. I just click, and then I realize, oh, okay, this is one of those things that you have to click and hold, and then I have to click and hold. Like, it's just, I don't know why they do that. It's gonna be something that's gonna affect you. There, I did it again. It's gonna affect you through your entire playthrough. Woohoo! Use to open the construction menu, select structure you want to build, and choose a spot for it in the world. So, like, do I have a map? No. Tab, no. M does nothing. So I would like to see if this would be a good place to build. I mean, it looks like an okay place to build, but usually in these games you want to find a good place to build, not just an okay place to build, you know, a place close to water, a place to next to a good amount of resources, all of that kind of stuff. But I mean, let's just place it wherever. So there is a campfire there. Can't I use this campfire? Why can I only dismantle it? I don't understand why I couldn't use that campfire. Like, what's wrong with it? Do I have wood? Is this literally your entire inventory? Because if it is, then that means I don't have any wood. I don't know, let's start with a campfire, I guess. Okay, so when you try to construct something, basically it pops it down, but it doesn't construct it immediately. That's fine. I don't really mind that mechanic. It's fine. Even though it's actually better. It's actually better than having it done the other way, because now my inventory is full, and if you have the mechanic where it pulls the resources directly from your inventory, then I wouldn't have been able to build this since my inventory is full. But now I can pick up the resource, even though only certain resources can be picked up, but I can now pick up the resource and then carry it over here. So in that aspect, it is better to have this type of building. But now I need to find more planks. My stomach is growling, but I actually want to get the fire up and running so that we can maybe make our food into a better type of food. Can't I do that? Holy hell, I can pick up the entire plant. The range for pickup is also quite small, like really, it's very small. I'm not a fan of the fact that it is so small. That's what she said. Also, can you rotate? Okay, so you rotate with Q and with E. I would like to be able to rotate with the middle mouse button by clicking and holding the middle mouse button, but you can't do that. Okay, what's that? Saw. Oh, okay, so we have a saw now. Rusty saw. Okay, so now we can cut these. Okay, so you have to do a little mini game in order to harvest that. Okay, what do you need to add? Planks or what? Can't I add some of this stuff? Biomass? How do you... Oh, can you eat it? Oh, okay, it's looks like you can eat it. Can we add it? No, apparently that's not That doesn't add any fuel. So can I make anything right now? Nope. Oh, well, I can make a bright soup. I can make a bright soup with bright flour. But then I need more wood. So you click there, click there. I'm not a fan of... Oh, and you can only pick up one of these at a time. That's a pain in the balls, I have to say. So you have to do that minigame thing. Oh, so it removes some of the fire. So you can kind of save your fire. I'm assuming the fire burns out, or does it not burn out? If it doesn't, oh yes, it does burn out. Okay, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like games where you're constantly losing resources if you don't use them. Like here, it's gonna burn out eventually. So you're literally burning your resource. If you can add fuel and the fuel doesn't get lost, then that's fine. I don't have an issue with that, you know. Coming over here, adding fuel, and then only when you use the fuel will reduce. Like it costs 20 fuel for 1 coal. That's fine. But now the issue is your fuel also runs out. I'm not a fan of that mechanic at all. I really think it can be done in a much better way. Like that's not good. We can use this for storage for right now. Can't we transfer quickly? How do we transfer quickly? By the way, can we use biomass? Oh yes, we can use biomass. Okay. How do you... Okay, shift and right click. Okay, shift, right click. So I had to figure that out on my own, but what can you do? So since we don't have really any real storage right now, we will just use that as storage. Unfortunately, our stuff is running out, but what can you do? Oh, a fridge battery, okay. Woohoo! Blah blah blah. Okay, the fridge is talking to us. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't care about that. Start repairs. Thanks. We need to... food, okay. You see, like that, I really hate the fact that you have to stand so close to an object just to dismantle it. Okay, it said that we can do night shrooms, but none of these resources use night shrooms, or none of these recipes use night shrooms. Flex your choose right ingredients, learn a new dish. Oh, okay. Okay, apparently you can just do random Okay, baked mushroom. What if I do this? Okay, that won't work well apparently. How do you split items? Nope. How do you split items? Learn another recipe? Oh no. Why can't I? Okay, add some biomass? Nope. Add a bright flower? Nope. Okay, so I can't make any recipes with that. Blueberries. Okay, blueberry jam apparently. Oh, so you just literally add anything here, and if it can become a recipe, then it will basically tell you ahead of time. Okay, we already have that one. Okay, so that's basically that. So now if we go over here, we should be able to make new stuff. Okay, yeah, it would have been cool if the game actually told you that, you know, if the tutorial told you, but anyway. The ambient noise is a little bit rough, too much ambient noise, and we can't even turn that down. There's no ambient noise filter or a slider, so that's not good. Oh, and where's the smooth camera that they spoke about? Smooth camera. Oh, okay, so there is a smooth camera, because I was almost saying I didn't see a smooth camera thing. Okay, 20, 15. You hear that? If I stay silent, there's a gigantic amount of ambient noise, like wind and shit like that. That's way too loud. It's way too distracting. You hear that? The ambient noise is insane. That wind sound. They really should add a ambient noise slider in the audio settings. The bloody ambient noise is louder than the music. It's also really stupid that you can't pick up multiple of the same item. Like, I can understand that they don't allow you to pick up different items, like you can't pick up a plank with a metal sheet together. I can kind of understand that, even though it's a little bit stupid, but I can understand that. But in this game you can't even pick up multiple resources, like literally it's one at a time. So you have to pick up one, run over here, run back, pick up one, run over there, drop it, run back, pick up another one, run over there, drop it, run back. Like fucking hell, this is gonna take long. If you actually start chopping down trees and all of that kind of stuff, this is insane. It's like, this is really inefficient. you're gonna spend 2 minutes just picking up all of these bloody planks. Like, holy hell. I've said it before, I don't like games where there are clearly better ways for the player to spend their time, and yet the developers don't give a fuck. Like, if the developers don't see an issue with the player running to and fro for minutes at a time just to do something which they could have made the game so that you can pick up 5 planks at a time or 10 planks at a time, and that saves the player time. The fact that the developers don't give a fuck, that's really irritating. Like, you can't waste the player's time like that, you know? Instead of making the player run to and fro 20 fucking times, rather design your game in a way where the player can be out exploring the world, collecting other resources, you know, enjoying the game, because this is not enjoyable. You know, you must design your game to not force the player to do repeated monotonous tasks like that bullshit, you know. Like, really, it's unacceptable that they just have you run that to and fro, to and fro, to and fro, and seemingly 0 fucks are given. So that's definitely not good. Okay, so I think I have enough planks. What did this place... Oh, this place needed 5 planks. You see now, once again, run over here, pick one up. Run over here. Why am I stuck? Drop it. What's this? Latest, okay. Run over here again. Pick one up, run over there again. And drop it. Run over here again. And pick it up. Run over there. And drop it. Run over there again. I am falling asleep. Pick it up. I'm slipping deeper into sleep. And drop it. I'm almost completely asleep. I'm starting to drool. Run over here. And drop it. Like, it can be done so fucking much better than that bullshit where you spend a minute and a half. Oh wait, we're not done yet. I'm asleep. I'm completely asleep. I'm dreaming. And run over here. And drop it. So fucking hell, like, it's ridiculous that you have to do that. That is the most obtuse building mechanic that I've seen in a long time. Like, seriously. Seemingly 0 fucking effort was, or 0 thought was given to the time of the player. Like, if the developers are okay with you spending honestly 4 minutes probably running over there, running back, running there, running back, running there, running back 12 times just for the planks. I don't know what will come after the planks, probably another amount of stuff, maybe stone and planks or something like that. If the developers don't see an issue with that, then honestly they've designed a really shit game. Like, it is ridiculous that they see nothing wrong with this. They see no issue with having the player run, literally run, not play the game. You're not playing the game while you're doing this bullshit. You're just running. Like, you're not enjoying the game. You're not experiencing the game, you're not exploring, you're not gaining anything, you're just running. And if the developers have no issue with making the player run for 4 minutes just to build one single thing like that, then honestly I don't know what is going on in the developers' minds. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. Seriously. And if this is the start of the game, you're gonna be encountering this bullshit constantly. And here, I am very lucky because the wood is just over there. Like, my resources are quote unquote just over there. And it's gonna take me 4 minutes at least to build this thing. So imagine if you have to build something that's over there and you have to run over there, run back, run over there, run back, run over there, run back. Like, you're gonna go insane. Like, you're not playing the game, you're just running around. That's literally all that's happening here. It's really a terribly bad use of the player's time. It's horribly inefficient to make the player do that. I also don't like the small inventory. Like, seriously, this inventory is really small. Double click left mouse button to split. Okay, well, it would have been cool if you told me that earlier. The seeds we can put in here. I don't know what else. Let's see. You see, now my fire is dead. Can I make stuff? Okay, so for some of the stuff you don't need... Well, for one of the stuff you don't need fire, apparently. For the rest of the stuff you do need fire. Nutritious salad, let's eat that. No. I want to eat it, for fuck's sake. So you have to close the panel, go out, go in again, and then you can continue. That's another way how the game is really quite inefficient. Food we can put there. Biomass we can put there. Okay, blueberries we can put there. So yeah, really, I don't like games where the time of the player is not valued at all. And unfortunately, already we're not only a couple minutes into the game already. This seems like it's gonna be one of those types of games where the player spends hours doing monotonous bullshit that really oh no, wait, I don't want to go to sleep, for fuck's sake. That they should not be forced to do, you know. I also don't like the fact that there's no confirmation. Look at that, now I lost hunger. So I'm not a fan of the fact that there's no confirmation either. Can I jump? No, there's no... nothing like that. Oh, that's on the other side. What the hell is making that sound? Is it this piece of shit? I have storage? Oh, drinking. Okay. Do you give me one periodically or what's going on? So can I make stuff with the water? Okay, mushroom stew. I don't have other food. Okay, so I will have to add fuel in order to do that. What's this? See, that's another one of those things that you have to click and hold, and then you get damaged. And only now I unlock a workbench. That's not cool. Like, why only now? Magically, once I've touched that root, the weed, what the hell ever you want to call it, now all of a sudden I magically discover the recipe for a workbench. They should have allowed you to craft a workbench from the beginning. Okay, metal. Where's metal? I don't think I have any metal lying around, really. This mini game is also completely unnecessary. Once again, it just serves to waste more of the player's time. And then the gate magically opens once I've done that. Oh, okay, so that's how you... Okay, then I get ink and I get corrosive slime. Yes, I need to find metal. The inventory is also really too small. I don't like games where you have to do inventory management every minute. Like, that's one of the issues that I also had with the other game, Dismantle. That game's inventory management is just really terribly limiting. Fortunately, you can mod the game, so you can mod the game so that the inventory is bigger. To expand your inventory, click on the backpack. You can increase by pressing the plus. Okay, speak of the devil. So expand inventory, add inventory slots. So is this now... do we now have 4 extra slots? Okay, well that helps. Like I was saying, in that game at least you can mod your inventory so that it's bigger, but that doesn't even come into the discussion when you're discussing whether the game is good or not. The game is clearly bad due to the tiny inventory and the fact that you have to do inventory management all the time. So the fact that a mod can fix the issue doesn't benefit the opinion of the game, you know, like the fact that the community, the modding community, can make the game better is inconsequential. It's still a bad game, you know. It's like Skyrim. Skyrim has issues, but the game can be made so much better with various mods, you know. I mean, Skyrim is good, it has issues, but it can become a really, really good game if you mod it. Yeah, like, you can't say that the game is good if you mod it, you know. The developers should be able to fix those issues by themselves, you know, like what's another game? Fallout 76. I've actually played like probably 600 hours of the game, and that game as well. It's a bad game, but you can mod the game quite significantly to the point where it's not such a bad game, you know. But still, I would not recommend that anyone buy or play Fallout 76, you know, simply because if you're not willing to mod it, then it stays a bad game, you know. It's still not a good game. So I think it's possible that this game also will be one of those games where it's not necessarily a good game, but if you mod it, then like all of this shit, like if you can mod the game so that you can carry multiple planks, or if you can mod the game so that your inventory is bigger, if you can mod the game so that you can maybe put planks in your inventory, even stuff like that will save you a lot of headaches and issues. But still, I would still not recommend a game like that, even if you can make the game quote unquote fun by having mods like that. The developers still don't deserve your money, you know. The developers still fucked up and made a bad game that isn't worth buying or playing with the base game, you know. It's basically like Sims. They recently made Sims free to play, but I left a review for Sims on Steam for Sims like years ago, and in my review I said I would not pay $40 or what the fuck ever the game's price was for the game, because the base game is marginally playable. It's from all of the DLC and stuff like that you actually get the enjoyment from the game. So I wouldn't even recommend that you spend $40 or whatever on the game, because you have to then spend all of that additional money, like fucking, I think Sims 4 for all of the DLCs is like $2,500, which is just hilarious. Fortunately, there are ways around it. I am a big supporter of pirating Electronic Arts' games, so you can literally just use Cream API. You can just Google Cream API, and Cream API unlocks all of the DLCs for any games, but obviously specifically we're talking about Electronic Arts and Sims 4 here. So it literally unlocks all of the DLCs for Sims 4. What the fuck is this? Remove selected element. So can't I use this thing, or do I have to disassemble it? Garden bed. But I'm looking for steel, aren't I? See, now I can't even pick up the shit because my inventory is full again. I really don't like this inventory system. Also, why is the circle on this thing so hilariously small? Like, the circle on some of the stuff is crazily small. Even smaller. Like, I mean, I complained earlier that the circle is really limiting. Now on some of the stuff they're making the circle even smaller. Which, like, why would they do that? Seriously. I don't know what the developers are thinking, but they're just making the game more restrictive, more obtuse. Like, seriously, let's pick this thing up, go over here and see. Obviously, if I disassemble it over there, all of the shit is probably gonna drop on the ground over there, which you don't really want. You want stuff to be around here. Let's see what we can make. Light bulb. Stop weed spray. Electrical cable. Nails. Oh, I actually need nails. How many can I make? Okay. Well, I can make a bunch. I think I need 10. Or that thing there at the bottom, I think. Empty bottle. We're probably gonna need a couple empty bottles. Lure. Okay, so there's gonna be fishing, I guess. Backpack module. Inventory cell. How do you make an inventory cell? A torch, so we can make torches. At night it attracts electrolytes. Not very useful during the day, but at night it attracts electrocytes and keeps them away until dawn. So it attracts them but keeps them away. So how does that work? I mean, I guess we need a light source. So if it's gonna keep the electrocytes, what the fuck ever that is, away from our stuff, then obviously that will probably be beneficial, maybe. Anything else? I would like it if you could filter the menu so that all of the stuff that you can craft are at the top and all of the stuff that you can't craft are at the bottom. That would have been really good. Okay, we can't make any of these. Do I have more ink over here? Yes, I do. That's another thing. The game definitely needs craft from storage stuff. Craft from storage is really important in these types of games, because now I only have one storage right now, but eventually you're gonna have like 10 storages, 15 storages, and you're gonna have to keep track of all of the different storages, like where you put your different stuff. Why can't I? Oh, okay. So that unlocks the blueprint, apparently. Okay. So that unlocks the blueprint, and then you have to place the thing that you want to build like this. Okay. I'm not sure what the range is. It doesn't even show you the range on the stuff. So that's honestly another issue. Also, the game should have a stacking button. A lot of these types of games have a stacking button. So now I need to look, okay, I have lettuce, then you click and drag the lettuce over there. And then you look, okay, do I have blackberries? Yes, I do. Or blueberries. Click and drag it over there. Like, it is such a fucking waste of time having a look through your inventory and then seeing, oh, there's one I can stack over there. Like, it's just a massive waste, and really, it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary waste of the player's time. It's yet again one of the many quality of life features which should be added to the game. It should be present in the game, and the fact that it's not just wastes the player's time, you know. Like, the developers really need to think a lot more with regards to how can we make the player not waste their fucking time running around doing stuff that takes 20 minutes when we could design the game so that it just takes 1 minute, you know. Like, it's really, really unnecessary having all of these different mechanics which really are just sucking away any enjoyment from the game. At least now we have a iron saw or a metal saw to get steel plates, and I'm sure we can cut down other stuff as well, like this for instance. So that's good. We can get in here. We can get over there. No, we can't get over there. But at least now we are not short of metal. Can we build anything else specifically? No. Agriculture. Oh, crops. Okay, that's cool. So we can build crops. But I don't have, what's that? Fertilizer. I don't have fertilizer. So we will have to get that. And I can't get over how loud this bloody ambient wind is. It's a constant irritation to me. Just the constant sound of wind blowing, and you can't do anything about it. Okay, I also need to make some food, I guess. Okay, so I see there it's attracting them to the fire that I placed, which I guess is a good thing. I'm not sure. What, are you actually attacking? The structure broke. Where did it break? When durability reaches 0. Oh, it is actually...
Ow!
What? Yeah, but how... What do I do? I'm taking health damage, but what do I do with the motherfuckers? Like, how do I get rid of them? You see, they're constantly gonna damage my shit, but like I can't put them on the fire like this. Can't put them on the fire. Holy hell, there's a lot of them. Like, what do I do? Do I have... Nope. Don't have any tasks. It's so stupid that they damage your shit. You must be able to get rid of them somehow. Like, doesn't the game have... let's see here. Also, that sound is really fucking irritating. Okay, so they destroy the fire. So what's the point of even having the fire? It seems that the fire is the only thing that they attack, so what's the point of having the fire? If they're just gonna attack the fire, and if you don't place the fire, then they're not gonna attack anything, then what's the point of placing the fire? You're literally placing resources on the ground that you're gonna lose. Like 2 coal and 1 planks on each of those that I lost. Like, what's the point? And I don't know how to get rid of them. You must be able to like pick them up and throw them on the fire. That's what I was thinking initially, but nope, you can't do that. So like, I don't understand what the point is. How do you upgrade? Metal pipe, I can't do that. Memory module, transformer, can't do that. Matrix, oil can, metal frame, can't do that. Like, I don't understand. You can't have something like that in the game and then not have a way of dealing with the fucking worms. Let's see what we get here. Okay, I'm clicking. Click to remove selected element. Click to remove selected element. Right click and drag to rotate. Okay, well, I'm clicking on that, clicking on that, click on that, clicking on that, clicking on that. There we go. Nope. You're like, what the fuck, man? I'm literally fucking clicking everywhere. Okay, so that's fucking broken or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Stupidest mechanic ever, if you ask me. Honestly, this game is just filled with mechanics that are unnecessary, obtuse, serve to waste the player's time, make the player's life difficult. Like, games like these are supposed to be relaxing, and even something like Dismantle, which isn't really relaxing, at least the developers of that game don't go out of their fucking way to make the game be obtuse, you know. Sure, it's not a fantastic game. Dismantle isn't like, it's okay, it's not like really good, but holy hell, this game, the developers literally go out of their way to just think of small niggly little shit to make your life more difficult. And the tutorial is abysmal. Like, there's multiple things that I don't know, like we'll go over here, explore the zone. Okay, so it doesn't say where I should go. Build a bridge. It doesn't say where the bridge is. Open the suitcase. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, what's the use of that? Okay, that's fantastic. That was a very, very difficult quest. Build a garden bed. I'm already busy doing that, but I don't have fertilizer. And that's it. That's literally all of the guidance that you get. That's literally your stuff. I'm pressing J, so there's no journal. To press J, go over here. This is literally just a description of all of the different items that you can get in the game. That's nothing. Can't click on that. And this is just the construction menu. So the game has no tutorial to speak of. Like, every now and then there's a little pop-up like, okay, you can rotate your camera, you can walk around with the WASD, you know, that kind of stuff. You can go sleep up there. That's literally all tutorial that the game had. And now, like, I don't know what to do with the worms. I don't know how to fight the worms. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't see how you would even play this game over a game like Dismantle, and I'm not even a fan of Dismantle. Like, honestly, when I did my Dismantle review, as far as I remember, I didn't even recommend the game. That's how bad Dismantle is, and this game is worse than Dismantle. The game doesn't have craft from storage, which is really bad. These games must have craft from storage. It's really, really important for these types of games to have it, because you're gonna spend an insane amount of time looking through all of your containers. Like, oh no, this container doesn't have what I'm looking for. I'm looking for coal or whatever, and then you go to your next container, open that one. Oh no, this one doesn't have coal. Open your next container. Ah yes, this one has coal. And then you run over here, and then you see, oh, I also need electrical cable. Let me go through all of my chests again. Oh no, this one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it. It's such a fucking pain in the ass to do that, where it wastes minutes of your life, and the developers can literally just add craft from storage, and that completely alleviates any of that pain in the nutsack issues, you know? Okay, yeah, just like I said, we now have to build another. We have another thing to build. So never mind 4 minutes. Like I said, 4 minutes. we're now gonna have to run even more. So you like literally run over here, pick it up, run over here, put it down, run back over there, pick it up, run back over here. Like, honestly, there's no way how I can recommend a game like this. The game goes out of its fucking way to be obtuse and just make your life difficult. Make your life a fucking living hell. Like, honestly, this game isn't enjoyable. There's no way how, with this many obtuse, time slowing fucking mechanics in the game, how the game can be enjoyable. Like, seriously, there's no way. The developers will need to make some massive changes with regards to stopping all of the bullshit that makes the player's life more difficult, more obtuse, slows the game down. They need to add a tutorial to the game. Like, I don't know, the game is just not enjoyable. I haven't enjoyed a single minute of the 70 minutes that I've played with the game so far. And I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what that bullshit is. So honestly, $15 is not a lot of money. Let me quickly have a look how much this mantle actually costs. This mantle is $20. That's actually cheaper than what I thought. So honestly, this mantle is not fantastic. It's not a fantastic game, but I would absolutely recommend this mantle over this game. Like, absolutely, you know, like, it's not even a competition, you know. If you look over here, this mantle, I reviewed it almost a year ago. It's fine, you know, it's fine. It's not a fantastic game, but I have to say it's much better than this game. Like, I can't even come close to recommending this game. And at least this mantle, I said that it's not so good, you know. It's okay, but like, there are worse games, you know. There's worse games out there for $20, and this game is one of those games. This game, honestly, it's not even a question about the $15 or not. The game is simply not enjoyable. You waste your fucking time, more than probably 6, 7, 8 minutes that I'm gonna be spending running to and fro and to and fro and to and fro and to and fro just for this one fucking building over here. And it's just one building in the game. There's probably gonna be 10, 20, 30 buildings in the game that you're gonna have to do this bullshit with, you know, including all of the items in your camp. You have to remember, all of these items that take wood or sheet metal, you're gonna have to do that as well. Running over there, running back, running over there, running back. Like, it is obtuse and it's not enjoyable, and I can't recommend the game. I can't even come close to recommending the game. So yeah, needless to say, the game has too many issues. The game doesn't allow you to set the graphical options hardly at all. The game has no full screen mode and no windowed, no borderless windowed mode either. Yeah, I can't recommend the game. You can't turn off depth of field, ambient occlusion, anti-aliasing, none of those options. So yeah, the game is still in early access, so the developers could turn it around. The developers could make the game playable and remove all of this obtuse bullshit, but it's gonna take a lot of development for them to do that, because right now the game is not anywhere close to recommendable in my opinion. So it's really gonna be up to the developers if they want to make this game playable at all, you know, because until they do that, honestly, I can't recommend the game. You have to look towards other games like Dismantle. There was another one that I played. What was the name of that game? It was quite a while ago. I'm trying to look here in my library to see if I can remember the name of the game. That game also was not something I would readily recommend, but it wasn't terrible. Like, I actually played several hours of the game, but I can't see the game now in my I can't remember the name of the game. But yeah, quite honestly, there are many games like this on the market, like Dismantle, and there's just no way that I can recommend this game over Dismantle, and already Dismantle, in my opinion, is not so good. So yeah, quite honestly, can't recommend the game. It's still in early access, so there's still a possibility that by the time that the game releases, the developers will have made the game playable, but right now it's just unplayable. Quite honestly, it's unplayable. I'm gonna uninstall the game. I might check the game out again once it releases, but there's no way I'm gonna play another second of this game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I was looking forward to this game, actually, you know, like I said. Dismantle, I played a bit of Dismantle. The other game, it was something like Sector, something Sector, I can't remember the game, but yeah, I don't I don't think I can recommend this game. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you want to see more of these reviews, check out my Patreon, check out streamelements.com/lfpgaming/tip if you want to support the channel as well. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.